Yes, greetings, global citizens, and salutations to you all fellow combatants in anti-Musevenisim. Bob the Mechanic right at your screen. A little sneak peek of historical fact. On that Tuesday, 18th June, 1894, Sir G. Patel wrote to the British monarchy indicating how he had succeeded in pressing the Buganda Kingdom under the British protectorate that was the East African Company. Since then, 100 and so years down the road, the people of Uganda are still grappling with the ripple effects of that fateful letter. An Indian agent of the British imperialism sent in confirming that he had conquered the Buganda Kingdom. So brothers and sisters, in the wake of this nonsensical, the National Protection Bill, Mr. Museveni, having received a huge resistance across the country, on the continent, and globally, hopefully, Mr. Museveni wrote, in responding to this undeniable resistance, and I quote in paragraph 2 of what he wrote, he said that we fought, the bill I initiated was about what we fought for, and the whole Africa what they fought for, imperialism. And that the kings of that time, they spend their energy fighting wars instead of uniting them to defend themselves. So that kind of hypocrisy led us to the gist of this presentation or this clip before you. And I tagged the British government, 10 Downing Street, Birmingham Palace, the US government, Washington, D.C., and the continent of Africa elites. Brothers and sisters, in that message Museveni sent in responding to the resistance encountered thus far with regards to that nonsensical bill, Mr. Museveni knows exactly how detested he is amongst Ugandans, before Ugandans, having subjugated, killed, sodomized, degraded them entirely. Mr. Museveni resorted to the Indian community in Britain. They hold influence to the extent that they can convince King Charles, the reigning king of the British Empire, to go to Washington, D.C., where our esteemed leader, the legitimately elected president of Uganda, His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, is right now. So the reason why King Charles took that visit to the Washington, it was as a result of Museveni's coercing the Indian community within the House of the Lords and within the House of Commons to go and convince His Excellency, the leader of the United States, Donald John Baptist Trump, that the leadership in Uganda must not be changed and should remain intact because the British Empire, the Indian community, have got a lot of influence and have got a lot of interests. So, global citizens, the visitation of King Charles III in Washington, D.C., it is not about solving the problems in the UK, in Europe, or in a global perspective, but rather to consolidate Museveni under the coercion of the Indian community in the British society. So Indians, listen, if King Charles is being truthful to you, he will tell you about the dream. When his crown was flown in his dream and he saw and the country in which it sat, right? Indian community, the remains of Mahatma Gandhi were interred next to Kira, the source of River Nile. So please, stop tossing stone in this godly initiated revolution. Indian community, please, you are rubbing salt in these wounds. In these wounds, having inflicted pain by the British creed, driven by you. And again, Then the conqueror of the British Empire indicated that if the British had known that black people with their instruction could do what the Indians were doing at that time, we wouldn't be grappling with the Indian problem. Thus, it led to that diabolical decision to expel Indians. As if that was not enough example, now Indians are meddling and becoming a stumbling block in the revolution that is intended to bring about just leadership in Uganda. Indian community in Britain, you cannot stop that which God initiated. And I don't think your gods can work in the land of Africa, particularly Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. You have been in Britain for quite a long time. But trust me, you have not bothered to investigate why Churchill came to name Uganda as the Pearl of Africa. Please, get your wicked-hearted being from the aspiration of Uganda. King Charles, be truthful to yourself. Be truthful to yourself. Be truthful to yourself. That is how you have been destroying people of nobility. The kings in Britain, diabolical in their approach, led to the slaying of Sir Walter Russell. Now, your infiltration into Washington, D.C. is intended on Museveni's behalf to end the life of our esteemed leader, His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Bobi Wine, whose quest is to restore human dignity, not segregation. May my words reverberate and sound truthfulness to you, oh dear King Charles III. I beg to submit before your diabolical throne.